Hello everybody and welcome to this Awesomenauts beta video with yours truly SlowWolf. We're going to be featuring the newest in terms of reporting technology. We have Max Focus, not to be confused with Max Payne, who is an action hero and who tends to take a lot of drugs. Now this guy is a camera bot that turned into a sleazy investigative journalist sort of deal. Keep in mind this is the first beta of this guy. It is an open beta so you can try him out for yourself. And things are going to change. So let's go ahead and start off with the obvious thing. The guy flies. He is a highly mobile split pusher is the way I'm looking at it. And he clears lanes like nobody else's business. Plus he has a little bit of team fight ability with his middle click. So as you guys can see, he flies. And when he flies, it's really, really quick. This is without any boots at all. In fact, as I was streaming this a couple of nights ago, I was saying to myself, this is the one character where if boots are not an item on him, I'll be okay with it. Like, this guy goes so quick on base that he really doesn't need boots. In order to get out of Black Hole or anything like that, all you need is Baby Curry Mammoth and you're usually going to be fine. Replace it with Wraithstone is what I'm saying. So as you can see, his mobility is very, very good. Now, going down is not necessarily easy. His up and down is the exact same speed. And although this means that going up is very simple for him, going down is a lot slower than it is with other knots. So that's his weakness in terms of mobility. Now, his left click, as you can see, it looks a little bit like a light shotgun, and in that case, you are absolutely correct. This is called Floodlight. Each one of these shots hits everything inside the AoE. It does a moderate amount of damage. Right now, it's doing 85 damage. It's reasonable. Like, as far as the attack speed and everything goes, the DPS is actually really good to start with. The only real downside is how short-ranged it is. We have to be like this close to something in order for you to hit it, which is like really, really, really close. And considering how little HP you've got, it's risky as balls. So instead of using that to clear lanes, which although it helps when you have the ability to, you actually have access to something called Scene Illumination. And Scene Illumination does this. And that is bananas. It has a 7-second cooldown. After that, it lasts for 2 seconds. It's like all 8 seconds. It has an 8-second cooldown, lasts for 2 seconds. It's really, really good. What it does is about 450 damage to everything that gets caught by every single bullet. Now, the bullets themselves do a tiny amount of damage each, but there are so many of them. And on top of that, they do damage to everything. Droids, people, turrets, and they pierce. So when you're doing this, and you're shooting people from a reasonable distance, it does a lot of damage. Now, the other ability he's got going on for him is this slow-mo shot. Effectively, you toss out this bubble, and it works a lot like Yuri's Time Warp. Anybody or anything caught in it slows down by 70%, I think it is, base. Yep, 70%. And if you continue to walk in, and obviously you're going to have a bad time. Like, it's used from a distance is the idea. And if you time it properly, it can completely turn around. A team fight, it can do a ton of extra CC and everything. It's great when you're chasing people because you can just launch that on top of them and then they move very slowly if they're stuck in the right spot. But more often than not, you're just going to toss that into a fight where somebody's snared or stuck in a stun or something along those lines. You're just going to be like, launch it from distance, lol, and then just laser them while they're stuck in that time rip. Time rest in peace for a couple of seconds. So as you can see, there's a lot going on with this kit. I'm going to go ahead and show you how it looks like when it's in action, but the following images may be disturbing to some viewers, so please, viewer discretion is advised. And here we are on Ribbit 4. We've got Max Focus ready to roll. So Max Focus, again, is a split pusher. He's highly mobile, and we're going to focus on accentuating those two abilities to an extreme degree. And I mean, might as well. To an extreme degree. Because if we can manage to make this guy work to an extreme degree, it's worth showing off before it gets nerfed. Oh, baby. So, first things first, you'll notice that this guy, although quick, doesn't have any real escape mechanism. That's fine. He doesn't really need one, to be honest with you. Especially not with the damage that we're going to be especially not with the damage that we're going to be putting out. With the damage we're going to be putting out, we are not going to need an escape mechanism. And it's mostly going to be, that damage is mostly going to be used to push. Like a lot. For instance, check this shit out. Creep wave's dead. That took 2 seconds. That's it. And now we're pushing this lane already. I'm going to go ahead and just push along with it. I mean, we were doing 170 damage per second, like DPS with this particular build, so it's not a ton, but it's something. Go ahead, toss out some damaging lasers, and look at that, the lane is cleared again. As long as we're not being taken care of, this lane's ours. And we can do so incredibly safely with the range afforded to us. On top of that, it does a decent amount of damage to turrets as well. Half of that. So right now it's 450 against most things. But it ends up being, let's do the math in our head, 225? 225 damage to turrets. And that's base. That's before any damage upgrades whatsoever. That is a very scary amount considering how far away you can just pump it out anyway. Okay, we're gonna fly out of here. The only way we know how, which is from this direction. We're kind of waiting for this clunk to move in a way that we're not happy with. Oh, let's take it out. We almost got it. Excuse me. Oh, I'm a little scared. We're gonna need our cooldown up to do this, I think, or we can just have that happen. Perfect. Go up here, collect these HPs, deal with this stuff, toss out a bubble. Okay, we lost that on our dude. Maybe we can do some more lasers. Ah, couldn't quite land him. So one thing that this guy's not so good at is killing people. He's great at chasing people down with his left click. He's got a stupendous ability to do that with his left click. But his ability to do that with his right click is actually awful. So you're going to be focusing most of the time with this character on just, you know, killing off waves. Like this bottom wave, now push it. Easy, no problem. Top wave, we're going to deal with it in a second. There we go. And like they think they've got lane clear with this Yuri. They do not. First off, he's dead. Second, we've got more lane clear in our pinky finger than that guy does in all of his mines put together. Like in a 10-second cooldown move, of which 2 seconds are uptime. Right? So it's practically just an 8-second cooldown. We're able to pretty much wipe an entire creep wave, no problem. Oh, I really want that solar. Yeah, we got that solar at least. Good stuff. Run. Ow. Only a little bit of ow. Keep in mind, a little bit of ow for this guy is actually a pretty large amount. Large, just because he has less HP than Lone Star does. I think he's got only a tiny amount more than Frog does. And Frog, I think, has the lowest amount of HP in the game, bar none. Do as much damage as possible. We dealt a decent amount to that clunk. Okay. Head back down over here. Collect some of these. Go back down over here. And, hey, look at that. It's a creep. The creep wave. It's gone now. All gone. Dead. Lost to the ether. Never to be seen again. Oh, this is our opportunity to find our frog. Lots of damage on that guy. No kill for us, however. Very close, but no kill for us. Okay, go ahead and clear that up. Go back upstairs. Toss out a time bubble. Slow down their attacks. Maybe do a little bit of extra harassment with it. And then go back to clearing the lane. Because that's, again, the thing that we're best at doing. Was that hard? No. Could they sneeze on this turret now? Yes. Are we going to body block it? Yes. Is that a smart move? No. Do I care? No. It's against bots. Who would ever care? Okay. Alcabrapto is dead. At what cost, though? We lost the man. Oh, we're going to grab this before he does. We're just going to continue to be annoying as possible. Okay. Ow. And leave him inside the lasers. We actually got him with the laser light show because he's bad. Well, okay. That was great. As you can see, though, it does do a decent amount of damage base. Like, we're currently at level 4. 490 damage. That's a pretty sizable amount with no upgrades. Let's go ahead and upgrade it. With the 2 upgrades we just picked up, we not only just increased the damage by 15% straight up, but on top of that, we now have a projectile on the back end of it that does extra damage. So, this creep wave went bye-bye. The turret took another, like, 300 damage. 300 damage. What other thing does 300 damage on a cooldown? Like that I don't think there is anything else that does that much damage on a cooldown in this game. Like even Dynamite doesn't do that much. Looking to pick up the kill. Oh, he didn't go up again. I was gonna say if he had tried to go up again, he would have easily died to the laser light show. And I probably should have just stayed shooting forward there because it's bots, not people, and people tend to move up and down. Bots, not so much. But okay. Enough of that. Let's go ahead and clear out this lane again because we have the ability to pierce. Again, it's not a ton of damage, but it does do more than enough for the purposes of anything else. And we just killed the Super Droid in one cooldown. That was stupendous. Toss this out. It's going to not do much to save our friend, unfortunately. But again, I'm not scared here because if anybody like jumps into our laser light show, it dies, including the other, you know, people, droids, stuff like that. Okay. Once there was a creep wave, alas there is no more, and then we dealt like, you know, 400 damage to this clunk for like no real effort, at no real risk. This is what this guy does. he clears lanes unbelievably easily to no risk to himself. And then does that a similar amount of damage to the enemy turret. It's demented how strong his lane clear is. And I think that's just kind of what he's got going for him right now, and that's it. But, you know, there's a lot else going on for him. His left click, like I mentioned before, is great for chasing people down because he tends not to slow down too much. It does a decent amount of poke damage. It's easy to land. Like, it has a great AoE. Great AoE, honestly. And I can't believe I missed as many shots as I did there. But it's largely because I'm bad, so don't worry about it. Bounce back upstairs. Toss out a bubble, just in case if anybody was coming up too close. And then, yeah, sweet stuff. This is a very simple character. You know what? That's part of the appeal, too. He's a lane clearer with positioning. He flies, so you don't have to worry about platforming nearly as much. Missed again. That's not what I wanted. Okay, so he bit me, but I'm not sure if it hit me. Okay, just shoot backwards at the same time. Okay, that's fine. Head on home for a second. We're going to go again and get that last upgrade that we need in order for this thing to be ridiculous. So, this guy has 3 damage upgrades on one row, which is a little bit nuts. That's all we've picked up is damage upgrades on one ability. And you can tell it sort of works. Let's go ahead and actually just destroy this bottom lane as fast as possible. Just do this. We're not going to waste our right click right now. I'm going to use it here, just so that way you guys can see. So that was 2 bars worth, right there. Perfect. Easy to do. Clears out lanes faster than anybody else's business. The only thing it's missing, the ability to kill other people easily. So here we go. A lot of damage on this guy. He just took 482 damage for nothing. And now we're just dogfighting this Yuri. And he's trying to run away for his life. He's going to succeed? Yeah, he's going to succeed, unfortunately for us. Okay, pick this stuff up. Creep Wave is already half dead, despite the fact that I missed like half the actual bullets. Toss out this bubble. He's not going to get hit by it. Okay. Oh my god, that last bit almost hit him. If we had hit him with that, he would have been dead. Okay, so what's next on our docket here? Maybe slow down on the bubble? Like more slow on the bubble? We're also going to push this forward. And then do what we can to do as much damage as possible there. Good stuff. That actually only does like 1 bar. People have told me that it does 2 bars. It does not do 2 bars. But it does do like 1 full bar every time. And like coupled with droids, that's scary amounts of damage. So yeah, keep this up for sure. This is great. This is awesome. This is exactly what this guy needs. It's just a ridiculous amount of push. One reason why I think Ronimo made this guy is to have a character with an overdrive that is accessible for newer players or for players that aren't maybe as strong at the game as others would be. And this, I think, is a successful step in the right direction. Again, you don't have to worry about positioning. You don't have to worry about very many things, if any things at all. There we go, easy kills. And that leads me to believe that because of that lack of needing to worry about platforming or anything else, you're just worrying about positioning, which is important to the game, obviously. Or you're worrying about, okay, Alakabravto, you're beautiful and all, but you're scaring me right now because you're really in my face and big. Have some lasers. There you go, that was easy enough. Picked off the entire droid wave, there's nothing left. Got another one coming back up. Toss out a slowdown time. Boom! That almost killed him in 1 shot because he stuck around for too long. Not that that will ever happen against real people, but because you don't have to worry about positioning, though, and you just have to worry about... Sorry. Since you don't have to worry about platforming, and all you have to worry about is positioning, and, you know, effectively technical skills that are usually only necessary in a multiplayer MOBA type environment like this, it's a really good teaching aid as well. Like, you're gonna learn how to play this game by playing this character enough, because you'll like learn when it's okay, not when it's like what people's threat ranges are and stuff like that. Plus, he does a ton of lane clear. He's easy to farm with. He's not at all a hard knot to get what you need with. If you die with this guy, it's because you put yourself in the wrong spot. And if you don't get farm, it's because you're not farming right. It's because you're not getting solar where you should be getting the solar. Because you are always able to find solar with this guy. Like, just look at this. The amount of, like, look, the amount of damage that we're doing right now is a little bit obscene, is it not? Okay, we're gonna try to chase him down. Oh my god, that was almost enough. Now he's dead. Good, we got the kill. That was pretty sweet. There's still some some weird graphics in place. For instance, the last shot on those bullets there is, I'm guessing, a saw blade. At least it was a saw blade to start with. It was Scree's saw blade to start with, and then they just kind of reappropriated it. Okay, so in a situation like this, we would be dead. Absolutely. And this guy almost got us. Back off, back off. But we're just a little bit faster than Frog is right now. And I do mean only a little bit faster. And he's got shoes? Do we have shoes? No, we do not have shoes. Well, let's put on some shoes then. Let's also pick up... Actually, you know what? Let's refund those. Get the slow-mo, get the size, get the speed reduction, and then pick up overdrive gear. Okay, great stuff. Awesome. Overdrive gear, by the way, gonna be really strong in this next upgrade, in this next patch, because it's gonna have a total of 4% increase to all of its abilities. And with our slow bubble being redondiculous right now, dong-de-dong-de-dong-de-dong-diculous, we're able to really just destroy a wave, no problem. He's dead, that's fine. I'm actually not all that worried, because if these guys chase too far, guess who's got the laser lights show of the century to deal with these guys? This guy! Okay, so all that's left is dealing with these two jokers. Cool. Well, we've got the cooldowns to do it, so let's go ahead and try that. Okay. Yeah, we did not deal any damage to people. We dealt a lot of damage to droids, and then, you know, didn't get killed for it, so that's always nice. Okay, backing off. Maybe do that against these guys? Holy fuck. That almost instant killed the entire solar boss. Okay, well, if you want to know how much damage it actually deals, there you go. Toss this baby out. Oh, laser light show from hell! Oh, that was beautiful. Okay, so there's the combo, guys. There it is. Just farm up long enough for you to be able to get that combo, and there's your OP-ness right then and there. Oh my god, that almost landed on the frog. The double saw blades. The frog's a little bit too hard to land. But against bigger, squishier characters that can't move, like Clunk and stuff, holy crap. Also, wow. Just wow. That explode took forever. Time bubble, you're beautiful. Well, see, that's how Max does. That's the build that's currently, like, ridiculously strong. As long as you position yourself properly, you'll be fine. You can find farm, you can find what you need, you can stay at a safe distance. And he's going to be really good for newer players. So, that's what's going to be coming in Overdrive. But for now, he's publicly available on the public beta. Like, you can try him out for yourself. Just make sure that when you click Awesomenauts, you click play, you choose the Awesomenauts beta if you've got it dual loaded, and at that point, go ahead, try him out to your heart's content. So far, he's a lot of fun. I like him. Great split pusher. Lots of, you know, potential, I think. But he does need some nerfs. I would think potentially in the damage category on that right click of his. And also, likely, he does not need boots. And that might be a controversial opinion for another time, but that'll be an opinion piece for another time. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit that like button down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.